Interesting game. Very similar, I thought, to the game in Champaign. There, they jumped out early and threw a punch, and we counterpunched. Then they took a little lead at half, and I thought tonight was very similar. We came out pretty good early and ran great offense. And then the one thing that's been kind of our bugaboo, has been that offensive drought. And we had that again, and fell down 10 at half. And then I loved our fight, our competitive spirit in the second half. And when you're on the road, you've got to make free throws. We had to be tougher with the basketball. We had probably 6 or 8 balls knocked out of our hands at the rim, and when we missed huge momentum plays when you've come up with a steal and then you miss a layup. And I think we had 3 or 4 of those, and those are just as deflating to us as it would be to the opposing team when you finish those plays. But give Indiana credit. Juwan was great again, another double-double. He's a very difficult matchup. I thought our pressure was very bothersome, and then I thought their kid Durham did an excellent job, and he had a big dagger 3 there when the game was pretty close. But he handled the pressure better than the other guys, and so kudos to that young man. But all in all, it's a game that I think we grew a little bit. I wasn't very happy after the Penn State game, and we have that kind of effort in front of our home crowd. And after the other night, our home crowd deserves to see one with that type of effort. And I like what we're doing. And minus DeMonte Williams tonight, minus who had been terrific in practice, and then Michael Finke. I like that Matit's got a chance to play and did some positive things. So we'll get better and get ready for 5 games in 10 days.
Brad, did the free throws or missed layups bother you?
Both. You can't win on the road without making free throws. And then, like I said, those plays are demoralizing. When you get a steal, AJ makes a great play, and then goes in and just smokes the layup. And Kipper had a couple. And you just you're playing high major basketball. You've got to finish. You got to finish layups.
Is that more mental at this point, or is it physical?
I have no idea. Need to ask them. We haven't made them all year. And we practice them. We practice them all spring. I don't know if it's athleticism. I don't know if it's fear. But we're Big Ten players, and Big Ten players should be able to make layups, in my opinion.
Coach, what difference do you see in Indiana, if any, than the first time you played them?
Well, I think obviously tonight Durham gives them something that I wasn't expecting. I think that their guard rotation becomes pretty doggone good. And we felt like we could bother Green. I thought we accomplished that. Johnson always scares me to death just because he's a veteran. He's a senior. He makes big shots, and he's a capable 3-point shooter. But I like their depth. And then Freddie playing as well as he's played lately on the glass gives them a huge boost. For a team that's very similar to ours, doesn't have a lot of size, anytime you can go rebound the basketball like he does, and I think those are the biggest changes since the last time.
Brad, you've kind of been all for banishing halftime this year. What did you see different out of the guys in the locker room, and how important was LeBron's 3-point play to end the first half?
Well, it's look back at the last game and the way we ended the half, 36-32. We're up with 4 seconds to go and fall down 1. Those plays are huge, and that's what we're trying to get our guys to understand is the way the game has to be played. There's a certain karma to it, so to speak, and so that's huge. And I was hoping Trent's 3 would have gone. I thought he could have taken one more dribble, but anyway, those are huge. And then our guys feel good going into the locker room at halftime, and they're upbeat. And then we came out and we established LeBron. I thought we missed LeBron 4 or 5 times in the first half on post-ups that we had, and then we got back into a pretty good flow. And I thought for the majority of the second half we played in decent flow. We still didn't shoot it any good, but you know, we played in pretty good flow. We got some opportunities there.
You had several times you could have tied it or taken the lead there in the second half. It didn't ever do that. If that happened, would that maybe change the flow of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm a big momentum guy, and I'm a big, you know, it's one thing to have a lead shrink and still have the lead than it is to fall behind. And now everything becomes harder. Now it's in doubt you could lose the game because you're actually behind. We never made those plays, and we had a couple opportunities. And again, give them credit. Archie's done a great job of getting them to play defensively and solid. They do as good a job as anybody in the league in scouting and making adjustments and making you counter those as a coach. We couldn't get the lead. I give them credit.
Coach, is this job tougher than you thought it'd be, or just about what you thought it was going to be when you came in?
I haven't had time to, in retrospect, to really set back. They're all hard when you take over, and you all I fight for every day is our culture, and we're extremely young. I think we're one of the 20 youngest teams in the country. We knew that what we had lost, what Illinois had lost, I think was 70% of our scoring and 70% of our rebounding, and the third leading scorer in the history of the program. We also walked in knowing that none of these guys had ever been at the top of a scouting report. So we knew there'd be growth needed and challenges. And then we left 2 scholarships open with the intent of, we had one fifth-year senior, and that's Mark Allstork, and then we left 2 open, so we just didn't take anybody. We had room to continue to grow the program. So, you're minus 2 scholarship guys tonight, and we're out there with 9 scholarship guys, and to be honest, a guy like Matitz, we love his skill set and what he's going to be, but a redshirt year probably would have helped him, but we weren't afforded that luxury. So, I think it's been what I expected. Illinois is special. Illinois is like Indiana. I wanted this job because of that, the passion, the basketball intelligence of the fans, the emotion, the importance of it. So that has been awesome. We've had 13, 14,000 every single night, and I love that about our place. And I say it all the time, it's the powder keg's lit. We've just got to continue to grow, get better, and we'll do that.
Greg's foul trouble had run in the high post more with those lineups. Does that kind of take him a little bit out of what you prefer to do with him offensively and just establish him on the block? We haven't played a ton with that lineup, with Greg and LeRon in there. So it gives us some different options, but I feel really good whenever Greg's in the game, because he's really good in our ball screen stuff. LeRon's a proven three-point shooter. He's the one guy I should probably be getting a lot more threes for than he is because of the matchup. And then secondly, I feel pretty good with LeRon in the 12, 15-foot area as well. So, we try to get him some post-ups, but, we're kind of mix and match in here a little bit with Michael out and game planning anyway.
Last question.
Is it more difficult to get and maintain momentum where there's so many stoppages and fouls like there were tonight?
It depends on what side of those you're on. I think that it's ebb and flow of a game, I think, is one of the most challenging things as a coach to create. So I don't worry about it. I worry more about the effort and the actual things I can control. You play good. We had a horrible sequence. I think we had 7 or 8 fouls in a row, and that's been our nemesis all year. Our guys, Mark Allstork plays great defense for 4 minutes, and then commits a foul at half court, and then follows it up with a foul 92 feet from the basket. We can't make those plays. So yeah, that kills. Those are momentum killers from that standpoint. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you in New York.